Hi friends, happy Tuesday, and I hope that you all had a great time with your families or friends over the holiday. I know that I've been doing a lot of relaxing, sitting in my Christmas jammies, eating a lot of food, and taking a lot of naps. So it's been a really good break for me personally. Um, Around this time of year, there's a lot of things, like a lot of traditions and things that me and my family do, which is really cool and I really enjoy. And one of them is looking back over our New Year's resolutions from the year before. And so that's kind of been fresh in my mind, just as New Year's is coming up and this year, 2019, is coming to a close. Something I've noticed is it seems like things are a lot more like amplified this year, maybe because it's like the end of a decade or something like that, but almost like every social media like thing that I follow is posting something about 2020. Walmart had advertisements and all that stuff out like 3 months ago for New Year's. And so a lot of people are like really, it seems to be amped up about this new like decade, which I am too. I think there's a lot of good things that are coming. Really looking forward to it. But one thing I notice, and it's kind of been bothering me and maybe been on my heart a little more this year than is usually, is that everybody is seeming to like jump forward and kind of leave 2019 and the past couple years behind us. And I think that we're missing out on some stuff. So that's what I want to talk to everyone about in this video, which is self-reflection. Like I said, this is something that I usually do right around this time of year. And that's pretty much it. That's around this time of year that I'll break out my journal that has last year's New Year's resolutions in it, go over them, cheer and celebrate if I did achieve my goal, and reset the same goal if I didn't. And it's kind of like the same pattern over and over again. And it's kind of annoying to me that there's some goals that I've had for like every year and they haven't been, achieved. And I think a lot of people find themselves in that place right now where they're setting like the same goals over and over again, getting the same outcome over and over again, and probably feeling frustrated or thinking, what's the point of me even setting a goal at this point because I already know how it's going to go. And so something that I want to try this year, that I've been trying the past couple months, and something that I think would be really helpful for you to try, is engaging in some self-reflection. I was upstairs a little bit ago talking to my little sisters and asking them, what is self-reflection to you? And as they were talking to me about things, they were really focused on kind of like the situation that they experienced. So they said when they self-reflected, they would talk about, what went wrong in the situation or what did I not like about the situation, things like that. And I think a lot of people that I talk to when they move through big events in their lives or goals or things like that, we have a tendency to focus on how the situation may have impacted us or how an experience or an achievement impacted us, but not necessarily how we were in the situation. And that's what self-reflection does. It's kind of like taking a magnifying glass up to our own selves to look and see what we could do to, grow, and also how to cut out bad habits, different things like that. And so it's a really awesome tool, and all you really need is you. So like I said, I usually only do this, towards this time of year, but one way that has helped me to do this more often is journaling. So I love Target, and I went to Target a couple, towards the beginning of last year actually, and bought like this super cute journal and tried to write in it a couple times a week just about what was going on in my life. And it's been really cool to go back and look through and see the growth and the different people that have come in and out of my life and different things. And so if you're looking for like a quick way to start doing some self-reflection, buying a journal is a really great way to start. And like I said, I like to do it on a weekly basis, but I'm busy and forgetful, and so sometimes I don't, and that's okay. So this can be something that you do as often or as little as you like. You can do it on the daily. You can do it, every couple months just to look back and see how you're doing. Really make it something that is sustainable and reasonable for yourself. But I'm going to give you 6 questions that you can ask yourself looking back at 2019 and help to process and maybe formulate some ideas for your upcoming goals for the next year. So the first one, and probably one of my favorite questions, is what was the best part of your year? And hopefully this isn't just one thing, but there are multiple experiences when I ask that question that stick out to you. This may be, highs for yourself or maybe for your family, your relationships. This could be related to school or work, maybe just fun things that you did this year that you really enjoyed. And think about what made those experiences like the best part of your year. Because we know if we have a lot of good experiences, we'll probably have a good year. And so taking time to think about what made last year great for you will be helpful going into this year, so you can replicate and have some more of those experiences. The next question is, what was challenging for you this year? What were some of like the difficult, hard things that you went through? This is a good question to ask for a couple reasons. But the biggest one is to see what you made it through. We all have challenges and hardships, and some years are easier than others for sure. But if you don't take time to look back and see like all the great, difficulties that you had and pushed through, then you're selling yourself short, because we all deserve a pat on the back. And understanding even the ways that you made it through those challenging experiences can help you as you move into the next year, because if there was something you really did that was helpful to you, you can do it again the next time you face hardships. So that question was, what was challenging about this year? Number 3, what hindered you? And with this question, what I mean by hindered you is what things got in the way of your goals. And not just things, but maybe people. This is one thing that a lot of people have been talking about recently around me is, are the people that are around you supportive of your goals or helpful to your goals? And if not, are they necessary in your life? Are they taking away from your success? And so think about, for this third question, what hindered you? Was it, waking up late? Was it not getting enough sleep or exercise? Was it not having a strong support system? Whatever it is, think about what hindered you and how you can maybe take some of that stuff out of your life as you move into this next year, to have an easier time with the things that you face. The next question is, what or who supported, encouraged, or helped you to make it through? So these, for me, are oftentimes a lot of people in my relationships. I have a really great support system that I'm so thankful for, and as I look back over this past year that's been really difficult, having my support system has been amazing, and that's been really helpful for me. And things like journaling and taking time to just kind of veg out and chill and binge Netflix have been things that have helped me to make it through this year. So it's things I plan on taking into 2020 and keeping, because they supported and helped me. So think about, for you, what was it that helped you to make it through and encouraged you? Another question, what personal qualities or what things about yourself helped you to succeed this year? With self-reflection, a lot of times we don't take time to notice the things that we're doing well and the things that are cool and awesome about us. And so this question is really to get at, like, what personal qualities do you have that made you successful? And that could be things like, being hardworking, but it could also be having a good sense of humor, or being adventurous and willing to try new things. So whatever it is about you that you brought to the table this year that helped you to succeed, those are important to know, because maybe you can use that and grow in that area in order to be even more successful this year. And the last question that I want you to think about is, what did you learn? I know that we're all really eager to look forward, but looking back, we can, see a lot of the lessons that we may have missed in the middle of the crazy, in the middle of the storm. And so looking and taking time aside and being intentional about reflecting on what lessons you learned can be really awesome and helpful. A lot of people tell me that, when we're going through hard times, or it seems like we're learning the same lesson over and over and over again, that somebody's trying to get us to learn. And personally, I don't like to learn things multiple times or go through situations over and over again. I like to get it the first time. So asking myself what I learned in these situations has been one way that I can really try to get something out of every situation that I face and not have to go through things over and over again. So these are just 6 questions that I've been pondering, thinking about, that I would encourage you to maybe have a discussion with your family or your friends, or journal about, just to reflect upon how 2019 was for you, and prepare yourself to set goals. I would 100% recommend taking time to self-reflect over the past year before you set goals for 2020, just because maybe this will give you some insight into some areas where you might have blind spots, or areas that you didn't even think you wanted to set a goal, that maybe you do want to set a goal now that you've thought about it. So I hope that some of this was helpful to you. Great if a lot of it was helpful to you. If there's other questions that you like to ask yourself to self-reflect or to prepare for setting your New Year's resolutions, put them in the comments, because we're a community and we gotta support each other. So definitely, if you have extra questions, extra thoughts, leave us a comment. We're also continuing to try and grow the page, so like and subscribe, please, and share with your friends if you think this might be helpful to them. Yeah, and in my next video, I'm hoping to give you guys some tips on how to set those goals and, come up with some New Year's resolutions, things that will stick. And actually, so when we're here next year, we won't be in the same position reviewing our goals only one time, just to see that maybe we didn't achieve the ones yet again. So thanks, and I hope you guys have a great beginning to your new year. Bye.